Two Works for You begins right now.
It was right in the beginning of the game, around 9 o'clock, we hear a bomb. All of a sudden, I see people running towards me. I didn't know what to do with it, so of course I ran the other way.
New at 10 and only on 2, this witness describes the chaos as terror strikes Paris. Good evening. Tonight, I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Karen Larson. Paris, France is on lockdown tonight. And here's what we've learned in the last hour about the city's deadly terror attacks. At least 120 people killed, more than 200 others wounded. Many of them were at a concert hall.
Gunmen opened fire at least 6 locations throughout the city. Officials say some of the attackers blew themselves up with suicide belts. All of the 5 attackers are believed to be dead.
In response to these attacks, France's president declared a state of emergency and closed his country's borders. Meanwhile, here at home, President Obama pledged support from the United States.
France is our oldest ally. The French people have stood shoulder to shoulder with the United States time and again. We want to be very clear that we stand together with them in the fight against terrorism and extremism.
Two Works for You reporter Will Dupree spoke with 2 women in Paris tonight who described what happened. Will?
Well, Brian and Karen, the women we talked to are friends with Two Works for You reporter Jitso Puente. One of them was in the stadium, targeted by the attackers. This cell phone video, shared exclusively with us, shows fans excited to watch France play the German soccer team. The excitement remained even though Krasinka Ovando says the crowd heard explosions.
Right in the beginning of the game, around 9 o'clock, we hear a bomb. We think it's a bomb sound, but we make nothing out of it. We thought it was a firework because fireworks happen at games.
Ovando spoke to us on Skype. She's studying in Paris right now and went to the game with several other students. They left along with hundreds of others after learning about the attack outside the stadium.
We were kind of locked. We couldn't get out of the stadium. I see people jumping the fence. I see people hopping on the fence, trying to find their loved ones.
Though she didn't see any of the wreckage up close, she says people were clearly panicked.
It's scary because I don't know what the next step is. I'm not allowed to leave my house.
Lorene Lustig keeps hearing sirens from her Paris home. She was there when the attacks happened, but says one happened near her job.
We don't have to change our life because we're afraid. We have to keep living like we do.
Ovando says the situation is scary, but the attacks don't make her regret coming to Paris.
Paris is a beautiful city that people should visit, but people need to realize that anything can happen anywhere, anytime, and you just have to be prepared for the worst.
The women we spoke to now ask everyone here in Oklahoma and the U.S. to pray for France and everyone affected by these attacks. Will Dupree, Two Works for You.
Thank you, Will. If you know someone in Paris, there is a way you can check to see if they're safe. Facebook launched a feature so people can let their family and friends know that they are okay. The site is called Safety Check. The tool asks if users are in the affected area, then enables them to mark themselves as safe.
Also tonight, support for France showing up across the United States. One World Trade Center in New York City is now blue, white, and red at the top you see there. And also we have a picture of the Omni Hotel in Dallas, also displaying the colors of the French flag in a show of compassion. By the way, the Department of Homeland Security released a statement tonight saying there are no credible threats of terror attacks like the ones in Paris on the United States.
We'll continue to follow this developing story for you on our website. We also posted an interview with U.S. Senator James Langford about the situation in France. It's online right now at kjrh.com.
And back here in the United States, with the sun setting on this evening, we had clear skies in McAllister, and then you'll notice the moon just followed it quickly behind as the clear skies continued into the evening hours here, and now will continue into the overnight hours. It's 52 in Tulsa, but 10 degrees cooler at Bixby, where it's 42. Collinsville right now at 47 degrees. Look at Bartlesville and Tahlequah, 36 at Tahlequah, 34 at Bartlesville under clear skies. Some clouds approaching the Red River, but it's really this system out here in the Pacific that I'm watching that brings us our next chance of rain. I'll show you when it arrives with Future Track in just a few minutes.
New at 10, a story Two Works for You has followed for years. First Street lofts, intended to be the highlight of a downtown housing boom. Taxpayers shelled out more than $1 million, but that was almost a decade ago. Two Works for You anchor Stephen Romo looks into why nothing has changed.
This is what First Street Lofts looks like right now, and this is what it looked like in 2011. Through the years, we've shown you time and again, nothing seems to happen, even after taxpayers handed out nearly $1.3 million nearly 10 years ago. This summer, we saw new renderings and a lot of excitement, but we've heard similar statements from developer Michael Sager before. Last year, he said the lofts would be finished by the spring.
I don't feel guilty. I feel that if anything, we have continued to hold the course, and we're still here to finish.
It sounded familiar because we heard it in 2011.
Believe it or not, it's alive and well.
And 2012.
Things are looking very up.
This year, the Ross Group entered the mix, partnering with Sager.
I understand the frustration of the neighborhood, and we're going to work with Michael and get this moving forward.
The Tulsa Development Authority, which oversees the funding, calls Ross its knight in shining armor, rescuing the project that saw major setbacks due to the recession. Ross project manager Matt Newman showing us while things are unimpressive on the outside, things are changing behind the scenes. Recent permit problems now cleared up.
We are, with the permit, we are ready to start as soon as we just wrap up these last bits of things we need to take care of.
Newman said he understands why the public may be dubious after all this time. He hopes soon construction will do the talking. Stephen Romo, 2 Works for You.
And we tried to pin down an exact time of when that construction might start. The developers say it's not likely to happen this year, but it should begin sometime in 2016.
Now a 2 Works for You crime alert. Coffeyville police arrest 3 people in connection with a burglary at a jewelry store. The break-in happened this morning at Izel's. Police say that when officers arrived on the scene, they witnessed the suspects leaving the store, and that started them on a short chase. Jumani Coleman, Vaughn Leon, and Kevin Quinn now face charges of burglary and felony theft.
Now to a 2 Works for You follow-up. Mail service is finally back for a North Tulsa neighborhood after animal control officers captured an aggressive dog today. It's a story we first told you about on Tuesday. Mail carriers had stopped delivering to 2 blocks of homes because of the dog. That animal is in a shelter tonight after biting a skateboarder.
New tonight, restoring the past. Decades of Tulsa's contemporary art archives damaged during a fire at the downtown U-Haul building earlier this month. 2 Works for You reporter Nathan Edwards following the effort to save history.
You can see they're kind of wavery now and browning.
Thousands of pictures, scores, and pieces of art.
So these are valuable from an archival standpoint.
Each carries a memory for living arts director Steve Liggett.
We're very fortunate this time that everything didn't burn or melt in the fire.
The U-Haul storage building caught on fire early this month. Inside, the complete living arts archive dating back to 1969.
Some of these storage containers were totally full.
Water drowning the past. Smoke damage also taking a toll. One of the relics,
this one here, the Phoenix Theater.
A performance poster from 1978.
It reminds me of creating the pieces in collaboration with Living Arts.
A proud moment for writer Mark Ross.
We created the pieces in Tulsa, and then later they went to New York. They were done off-Broadway.
Performances like Mark's helped develop Tulsa's reputation as an early leader in contemporary art.
It's Tulsa's history and significant part of it.
To preserve it, countless hours now go into the inventory process, hoping insurance will cover the costs.
We're still in the process right now of determining what's repairable, what is damaged beyond repair, and what's okay.
Unfortunately, not everything can be saved.
I feel sad because, you know, some of it was really valuable from an art history standpoint.
Nathan Edwards, 2 Works for You.
To preserve the future of the archive, Living Arts plans to create digital versions of all the records.
Still to come on 2 Works for You at 10, vendors come from all over the world for Wanamaker's Tulsa Firearms Show. Which celebrity guests will be in attendance this year?